Okay, it's 4 days later. I'm just kidding. This actually didn't take too long. Anyway, so we got all this stuff here. It's a little better organized. You can kind of see some old stuff here. And actually, we're going to get to that in a bit. Let's start with all this first. Going through that box there might be a little troublesome. Okay, so we've got, we'll get back to these in a minute here, but the video place, this was Harlan's, my hometown there. This is the hometown video store, the ones that, you know, closed like 6 or 7 years ago now, that are now defunct, out of business. This is actually a very old one. Used to be called the Video Exchange. I believe it's the same address. But anyways, as you can see, it's very old design. This is neat vintage stuff. I mean, it's just an empty one. It's got the old tape number on there, which I have no idea what that would have been. Same down here. 42. Oh, I don't know what that one. It must have been something from the early 80s, because I think the place was there since 79 or 80. Because actually one time I was going through there because I was looking for a VHS copy of a Friday the 13th movie, which actually I believe all of the Friday the 13th VHS tapes from that store are actually owned by a friend of mine. He has them there, and he has, as you can see, some of these are old tapes. He has the original covers to them too, or at least the ones they had in the store. So I know they had a happy home at least, and he keeps track of stuff and take care of it and everything. Anyway, so but I was looking through, and the associate there, brought out the book, and I mean it's the book, like a big ass binder that has thousands upon thousands of movies, all of which are owned by the store. And I looked through there, and because I was looking for something specific to find, try to find if they had it or not, or what the number would have been. And they had the number one movie they ever listed there was Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Just an interesting little piece of trivia that will be nonsense. But anyways, and actually number 6 was the original Friday the 13th, but we looked through, we couldn't find it, it wasn't in the store, nobody had bought it or anything. So evidently it was stolen, so that never got purchased or anything. So the reason was when it went out of business is where I got all these tapes. Just purchased them for like $1 or whatever. Anyway, so we're actually going to start with this one, Raging Bull. So you can see the tape is MIA. That's because the tape actually was ruined. So, and it got through like the first hour or so, roughly. I think it's a 2-hour movie, close to that. Beautiful movie, though. If you haven't seen Raging Bull, definitely see it. One of Scorsese's best. The tape ran, like it went bad halfway through or close to an hour in or whatever, so... And I could not, I would try to fast forward through it, it would stop and it would rewind. Or the tape would get all caught up in the machine and everything and it wouldn't go. So I kept the artwork because it looked nice. It's I mean, obviously it's a little smashed here. That's just from when I got it. And then I put it in here and then something fell on top of it at some point or another. So that's why it's kind of bent. But otherwise, I mean, it doesn't look bad. I mean, all things considered, this tape was released, I think, in 81. Well, actually, it says 1980 because that's the year it was... Oh, 84. Sorry, it says down here 84. So for a 34-year-old box, it doesn't look half bad. So I wanted to keep that. Okay, so now we're going to go through Airplane. Now, if you're young, you maybe remember what VHS was. But this I had not seen until then. This is the old Paramount packaging here. You pull the tape out here. So, because, most of these tapes we're going to look at, obviously, they're the classic ones where they just have, the flat, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the flat bottoms there. And they're open, so you can just pull the tape out. But these, you can see, all 4 corners and stuff, they're protected. Airplane, by the way, one of the funniest movies you will ever see in your life. Still holds up today. And actually, I'm very, very proud of the condition that the cover was in. It looks good. I mean, obviously, there's some smudges here and there. But again, I think this is an 80, and it says 1980 on there, so it must have been late 1980 because it came out in June or July, like 4th of July weekend, I think. It's a shorter movie, but it is. I mean, obviously there's some 50s and 60s references that you'll have to look up to understand if you're seeing it for the first time today. But I have this on DVD too, so. But yeah, this, I was super proud that I got this one. So that's a great one to hold on to there. So yeah, this is taped off of TV, Friday the 13th, Part 2, followed by Friday the 13th, Part 1 from AMC. This is probably 5 or 6 years ago. And I think AMC still does it. If they have something like that, on a special night or whatever, they'll play the first one, then the second one, then they'll start over the first one, and then they get into the late night program. So this is this is obviously on long record and all that. Okay, final chapter, part 3, part 6, and then part 5. I don't know why I'd want part 5, but okay. Actually, the other ones are pretty good, but part 6 is the best. I mean, except for part 1, probably. Not that that matters, but and then, oh yeah, this is more AMC stuff. I loved, and our local cable package here no longer has AMC, so we can't see it anymore. But Halloween originally, this is when I first saw Halloween, by the way, on TV, but it still holds up, still a good movie. And then Lethal Weapons 1, 2, and 3, of course, the edited for TV version, so they cut out the nudity and the language and all that. Cut out all the good stuff. I mentioned this a minute ago. Sorry for the zoom in, zoom out here, but it's I think it's 2005 or 2004 re-release of the Star Wars movies. Believed to be the first time they were on DVD, but I'm a little... the whole room's falling apart now. Can get that out of here. And I'm on my, kind of squatted down here. This is kind of painful right now, so I'm going to get through this a little more here. You might, if you're old, you'll know what this is. Head cleaner for VHS tapes and VHS players. Well, players, not for tapes. So I kept that. We got Gold Member there on VHS. Shrek, the cover got chewed up or something. When you have younger siblings and dogs in the house, it kind of can do some damage. Spirit on the old... There's a name for this, I forgot what it was. This actually I bought. You can see there's stuff on here. This is from the library. Copy of Air Force One on VHS. Still holds up. Good movie. We've got Star Trek 3, Search for Spock. Again, this is the same video store here. This one is one of the 2 or 3 best as far as the cover and stuff. A little wear and, well, just kind of age on that. But I believe it's an 84 or 85 release for the tape. The movie I know came out in 84, but yeah, this looks really nice. And the condition of the tape itself, it's a little, again, a little wear and tear, some stuff on it, but tape itself, these hold up for the most part. I mean, they're not, except for the Raging Bull one, all the rest of them play all the way through with minimal stuff. Austin Powers, International Man Mystery, sorry. Carrie, this is another one I bought from the store, and this is a obviously more recent release, 76. I'm about to say 78 would be way wrong. It's, let's see if I can find it on here. They should say what year the tape came out. Then got a Roger Ebert quote from the top there. Very nice. 97, there we go. Yeah, so that's a more recent one. Original Beverly Hills Cop. This one's got a little weathering on it. Top looks okay, but yeah, this one I'd never seen that all the way through until I purchased it here. Not one of my favorites. Gotta be honest. Not one of my favorites. Philadelphia, this is, yeah, again, more recent one, 93, so 94 tape release, I believe. Good movie, really good movie. Jonathan Demme, rest in peace. This is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This one has, since it's on all-white cover here, a lot of Paramount releases, as you'll see, a lot of weathering and stuff on it, but this is, I've caught since 87, this is when Paramount switched over to this style of tapes here when it comes out like that. Different lettering and everything. That one, good care on that one. Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan, very good, really good condition on this one. Again, a little weathering on the top here and stuff, but otherwise it looks really good. They kept at least the covers of the tapes in good condition. The Fugitive, this is, I believe, from the library. I don't know how they still had the cover to it, or maybe it was from the library, so somebody from a yard sale brought it in. This is an original one. My parents bought this. Pleasantville. If you've not seen this movie, you are missing out. It was on Netflix for a bit, but as you can see, it's been through some stuff. You're talking an all-time great, somewhat overlooked 90s classic. This, up until The Dark Knight, was the best Batman movie ever released. That's right, I said it. Again, this one's got some wear and tear on the cover and stuff. and it's a 2000s release. It was right before the Dark Knight trilogy started with Nolan and all that. This is one from the video store here. This is one of the worst covers. I mean, the movie itself is terrific, The Shining, of course. And the tape quality is very good, but you can see there's stuff, chunks missing here and there. The back cover looks all right. This side looks okay. Nice image of Jack. And, of course, it's a longer movie and everything. But and the front cover, too, you can see some splotches here and there. But otherwise, except for the glare from the light there, which I can't do anything about that, sorry. Witness, this is another one that looks really good. The star on it means it won an Oscar. Okay, none of the other ones did, that's right. I was going to say, where's the other stars? But no, this is the only one I have that was an Oscar winner. You can see, again, this is the old-style Paramount release tape on the cassette itself, that is. This is a great movie if you haven't seen it. Evidently it was a piece of tape or something on it that I had to rip off, but it kept all that on, which is, thank God, because that looks good. I was originally going to sell these once I bought them, just to max my profits or whatever, but these movies are too good. I'm not going to give them up. Ed Wood, of course. Again, this is kind of a more recent one, so it wasn't in the store for long. This one, the beginning of the tape actually kind of wears out for a minute, but then it picks back up and then it's fine. Actually, it's when Criswell does his introduction. Another library purchase, The Untouchables. It was not $10, much cheaper. And again, these kind of suck. I mean, it's too bad because they cut out the box, they cut up the box, stick it on these plastic fucking things, and then just package them again. And that's too bad because it would have been nice to have the original cover and everything here. So we saw that earlier with Air Force One, so they did the same there. Okay, now we're getting in. This is stuff like my parents bought for me when I was a kid. Stuff like an award winner for what? Adventures of Milo and Otis. This is one you should see. I mean, obviously, if you look up the film, there's a lot of controversy around it. Because, and I didn't know this till many years later, because they filmed it in Japan, but many animals which they filmed, you can see it's on the cover, it's obviously about a kitten and a pug. Many of the animals they used died. In order to get films, in particular the cat, you can see it on the cover here. That cat goes into the box. I don't know if it's the exact same cat in that photo or not, but the cat goes in the box, which goes over two or three waterfalls, and evidently the last waterfall is a big one. It goes over the waterfall, and it's believed, I don't know if it's actually proved or not, but in the actual take they used in the film, the cat died. Oh, here's Air Force One, sorry. Sorry, that caught my attention for a minute. But the actual cat went over the waterfall in the box and perished and didn't make it. And they included it in the film. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. That's just a story I've heard. But do some investigating on that, PETA, or somebody. Mouse Hunt, good movie. I I wouldn't call it one of the best of all time. I mean, Christopher Walken gets a small part. He's hilarious in it. Yeah, cute little movie. Gore Verbinski, actually, his first film. He went on to do the Pirates movies. First couple, at least. Dumbo. Masterpiece collection. A lot of these I have. We'll get into some more of these later. Again, these are stuff that my parents bought for me. This, we're missing the top portion, but the rest of the tape is intact for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You can see we watched this one a lot as kids. A lot. It is a fabulous movie, of course. Let's go through these first before we get to the stuff over here. So we have Batman. This, I remember, it's one of my earliest memories, actually. My dad came home one day and said, "Hey, I've got some tapes for you." It was Batman and Dumb and Dumber. And as you can see, we saw the Dumb and Dumber tape earlier. That's the original tape from then. The cover, the cover got torn to shit. I don't know what happened, if the dog got it or if my brother got it or chewed on it or what. That happened over and over again. Same thing happened to the Batman cover here, so we don't have that. But I do remember for the longest time we had tape on it, like Scotch tape or something. And, so I remember that image, but obviously can't repeat it here. And we're roughly 20 minutes in, something like that. Okay. Billy Madison. I hate this movie now, but I know it's sacrilegious to say, but I grew up on stuff like this. But, other than this scene in the classroom, that's hilarious. Get out here and find that fucking dog. It's hilarious. This is one, this is probably the tape I've watched the most since I was a kid. Tommy Boy, and it shows. I mean, look, I can't even get it to stay down anymore. I mean, the rest of the tape, all the wrinkles and stuff, this is what you call a VHS cover right here. This is what you call VHS covers. You know, first you don't succeed, lower your standards. And this still holds up. This is still a very funny movie. Not very funny movie. 8 Crazy Nights from Adam Sandler. My brother loves this movie, though. What can I say? He really digs pretty much everything Adam Sandler, even some of the modern day stuff. Here's The Two Towers on VHS. Yeah, it's an okay. But we watched, of course, my brother and I loved the end battle scene, like the last hour of the movie. So we watched, that's the part we watched over and over again. We always skip to that part. Ghostbusters on VHS, again from that old store. This is a Columbia release. And they have a similar thing here. I'll try to get it open with one hand. There, I got it. As you can see, the tape itself... okay, let me try here. Sorry. As you can see, I'm moving stuff. I get stuff in my pants. On. Sorry, not in. That'd be awkward. The tape itself, with the, you know, the... what do you call it? The labeling and all that. It is in rough shape. Bad shape. And they obviously tried to put that back together or whatever. Put that back in without trying to dent all these plastic things on here. Or they're not plastic, they're cardboard or whatever. And again, it's another one, all 4 corners covered. The tape itself, this one, there's the scene where Dana gets abducted by the wolves or whatever. Right before that, there's a part with Rick Moranis in the hallway. That part cuts out. The rest of the tape is good. Spy Who Shagged Me. This is another one we would watch over and over and over again. So that's kind of wore down. My favorite quote from the movie. But it's true. You're quasi-evil. You are the Diet Coke of evil. Just 1 calorie. Not enough. Something like that. Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 1 are over here. And a not-so-kid-friendly movie. National Lampoon's Vacation. This is another purchase from this video store. Though it doesn't seem like it, because it comes in the different packaging here. They should bring back... This old Warner Brothers logo is awesome. I love seeing it, like in Argo and that stuff. And the Nice Guys also had it, too. The tape itself, yeah, you can see it's kind of a little rough. But look at this I miss. Look at this. The Warner Brothers insignia on the inside cover there. Yeah, this actually, the original Toy Story we wore out, so this is a newer copy of it. And we've got, this is actually, my parents bought this. Casablanca. It was the 50th anniversary edition. There's a booklet here, which I think is missing some, yeah, it's obviously, I mean, it comes from The Extraordinary blah, 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 the end. So obviously the whole book fell apart, but we've got the first and last page. A little map from the movie, of course. This is one you should see, definitely. Okay, then we've got Pee-wee's Big Adventure, another one of the jewel cases. That's what they're called, that's right. Jewel cases. And MASH, this is my dad's. And you can see there's kind of a little rip there. But this is an awesome movie, too. It's obviously a little sexist and a little insensitive for today's audiences. I actually saw this in one of my film classes, and the kids there, some of them were actual, you know, like homosexual and stuff. And there's a part of the movie where a character says he's homosexual and they cure him, so to speak. Obviously, you know, different times and everything. And I personally, I'm, you know, I see their point, but they absolutely hated the movie because of scenes like that. And I get their point, obviously, but yeah. Just saying. Just you have to remember it's from different times. It doesn't excuse it, but I'm just saying. Happy Gilmore. This is one. This in our tradition, in our family. This is a tradition. We watch this every time we go on vacation. It's at least once or twice a year. If it's on TV, we'll stop and watch it. Yeah. So we love that. That's one we watched over and over and over again. Okay, I think I've got the rest of the tapes in a couple different piles here. We'll go through them. Then we'll get to some DVDs and some reject stuff here. Here's Casper. Jewel case. The jewel case itself is about ready to completely fall apart. I'll tell you what, when James Horner unfortunately passed away a few years ago, I went back and I listened. The soundtrack to this movie is one of his most underrated soundtracks. Great soundtrack from him. The rest of the movie, not so much, but he did a great soundtrack on that. Little Mermaid, Man from Snowy River. This is my mom's. She is a horse freak, so she saw that one many times, as you can see. Sorry, we can kind of just go through these a little quicker here, because these are kid movies. You don't really care about these. Oliver and Company. It's a 90s or 2000s release. 101 Dalmatians from 96. And Homeward Bound, An Incredible Journey. Incredibly sad movie, but still heartwarming at the end. 3 more here. Actually, 4 more. Beetlejuice. This is a good one. And this is, by the way, it's a PG version of the movie, obviously. They cut out the scene where he says, "Nice fucking model," and then honks his crotch. That is not included in this tape. And then one of the scariest movies of all time, for me at least, The Pagemaster. I mean, seriously, if you're a 90s or early 2000s kid, tell me for a fact that the dragon that's made from paint, not that one, the other one, that's made from paint did not make you shit and piss your pants simultaneously. Tell me that with a straight face. Not true. The jewel case for this one is also really starting to wear out. As you can see, this is Mickey's... The Spirit of Mickey. This is like a collection of his original shorts. Very good, by the way. I don't know if they have that on DVD or not, but it's a good collection. Like Steamboat Willie's on there, and some really other good ones, for sure. Okay, let's... Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired here, so let's go through these. Aristocats Gold Collection. That's a different one. Again, this is one we would watch over and over, so the jewel case is starting to fall apart. Okay, this is another Star Wars book, the original trilogy. Very weathered here. Let's see. And I wrote on that. Okay, again, if you're a 90s, early 2000s kid, you know who this is. And I think there's newer versions, but got that one, the first one, Monster Under Her Bed, and Captain Field Day. Still don't know if these hold up or not, but still. Aragon, at least the first book. I remember I saw the movie, and the movie just absolutely stunk. It's actually one of those, it came out when I was like 10 or 11 years old. Even in the theater, I'm like, yeah, this movie's not making it. And that's, back then, of course, I would see movies and I wouldn't care, but here's some more kid-friendly ones, like Santa Claus 3, terrible movie. Another one I paid to see in the theater, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't a good one. Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. This one sucks. This is My Sisters, I Swear to God. My Sisters, I Swear to God. And My Sisters, Take the Fifth. I'm joking, of course. Yeah, some more kids stuff in here. This is just stuff that's been in the closet. One of the worst movies of all time. Watched it endlessly, of course, as a kid. Nowadays, not so much. Cheaper by the dozen. This one still holds up. This is a fun movie. I mean, it's not, I'm not going to call it a masterpiece, but it's a fun movie. Prince Caspian, fall asleep halfway through. The Pink Panther collection. This is volume 1 of 3, I believe. I didn't get the other 2, but yeah, it says volume 1 on there. This is the original. Actually, hold on. Is the disc in there? No, the disc is gone. So I don't have that one. Too bad. But yeah, this is like the Pink Fink and all those original classics. Like Pink Finger's awesome. Which is the one which is the one? Pink Pajamas. I think that's the one where he goes to bed with the guy. That one's good. Or he goes home with the guy, I should say. Episode 2 on DVD. This is a home edition of Family Feud. Again, this one feels empty, so if I can open it with one hand. Ah, come on, muscles. Oh, the tape. Disc is still in there. Richard Karn smiling at me. Wherever you are, Richard Karn, we salute you. Zathura, this is actually a good one. Yeah, it's in bad shape, but disc still works, I believe. This is My Sisters, the animated Casper from the 90s. I think this is right after the film came out. Okay. I had no idea what that one was. Phantom Menace on DVD. Okay, we're down to the last one here before we get to that big box out there. Okay, let me come back to this one. Okay, so Skyfall, obviously. I do have the Blu-ray editions of these that they released in 2012 for the 50th anniversary. And the Blu-ray is in that one because they left an empty space for it. Good on them. So the DVD is in here. Quantum of Solace, this is a 2-disc. This is actually, I mean, it's not a great movie, but this is a good release for it. Come back to that one. Casino Royale, when that came out. Okay, now let's get to these. Okay, now this is how I saw, I saw the first, for the first time, James Bond films, I saw them on Spike TV, good old Spike TV, before it was the Paramount Network. And then I bought this online. As you can see, that is not American. As you can see, it's not English, and that my sister wrote on that. Oh, good description of the movie. Too bad I can't translate it. Okay, so as you can see, it's got like 40 and stuff. This came out, I think, yeah, about the same time that Die Another Day did, which is the last one there. Now look at these. Look at these. Disc 1. Okay, that's obvious. I believe this is Chinese lettering. I've never studied Chinese or any of the Asian languages, so it could be any of those, Mandarin or Japanese. Well, Japanese I think is different, but whatever they are, or maybe they're Korean. I don't know, but you can see it's consistent on all these. And it's just in the sleeve here, so most of these get scratched up pretty. Now this one does not play on a regular DVD player. Absolutely does not play, so I had to purchase it separately. And as you can see, I taped it up and stuff. It got really smashed up. And it's like this all the way through. And, I mean, the picture qualities on these is okay and everything, but you put the disc in, and it's in, I believe it starts out in Chinese. So you have to go into the menu setting, if you can get to it, because some of the, on the main menu, you can switch over from screen to screen. Sometimes it does not allow you to do that. It just stays on play, and the cursor does not move. So you're stuck on play, and you have to go from there, get your DVD remote if you have it, which most of people do, but you take that, and then you switch the menu, or switch the audio settings, and otherwise it's both Chinese or Korean audio, and then subtitles come on too, so you got to take those off, or put them in English if you're desperate. Okay, so that's, I mean, I bought that online, so that wasn't sold in stores or anything, at least not here in the U.S. So that's the most interesting thing I have there. And now, without further ado, let's go get that box. Here it is. Okay, try not to smash any tapes or anything. We'll put it back in here. So this is a slightly more organized mess. Going forward. Okay, let's look through here. The battery's starting to get low, so let's get through these quick as I can here. Jewel case of Parent Trap. The movie's okay. More Backyard Again shit, my sisters. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Never saw this one. Nope, can't comment on it. This is one of the first VHS tapes I ever saw. Cinderella. Good movie and everything, but very bad condition. For the tape, at least. Small Soldiers. Fun movie. Give it a chance. Bug's Life as well. Good movie. Okay, let's get down to it here. What else do we have in here? A Benny Hill Golden Collection. Alright, this is actually my dad's. We weren't allowed to watch that as a kid. Alright, we got Lady and the Tramp. Good movie. Polly. Oh, Polly. Yeah, I haven't seen this one in a long time. No idea if this holds up or not. Maybe it doesn't. Jay Moore. Amongst a few others. Here we got National Velvet. Again, one of my mother's movies, because she loves horses. Pauline Kael quote on that. Okay, I think... Let's get through the DVDs here, then we'll get back to the tapes. My Sisters, Miss Spider's something or other. No fucking idea. Baby Geniuses. Did not make my sister a baby genius, but they tried. I think that's the last one. Okay, the rest of these... Oh, there's one more here. Robots. Of course, late Robin Williams. He does a good voice job in this one, but as you can see, the case is all smashed up. Alright, now let's get to the nitty and the gritty here. We've got a few of these. These are Christmas movies. You know, the old Rankin Bass ones. Little Drummer Boy. And that actually looks good. The tape. This is the first one we bought. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I love this cover. Great one. The tape itself is in good condition. The cover's okay. These were later purchases. Frosty, which looks a little effed up. And Santa Claus Coming to Town. Fox Video, I guess. Or it was Golden Books. Yeah. Maybe I'll Google that one. Watch some of those again or something. Fellowship of the Ring is in here. I bought the first two of these on tape. The third one on DVD. We saw that earlier. If you'll want to rewind that, maybe you'll see it again. Again, the cover of this one got smashed up somewhere. Nutty Professor. Awesome movie. Very good. We've got... this is probably the oldest tape actually we had. Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie. Awesome. I mean, the tape itself still works, I believe. I'll have to watch that again just to make sure, but that's a great one. Charlotte's Web, in association with McDonald's. You know, back when McDonald's actually gave you more than toys, they gave you a goddamn movie. A good one, too, Charlotte's Web. Awesome movie. Okay, then we've got the first Addams Family, another McDonald's one, but I think I bought this in a store somewhere. Not from actual McDonald's. Okay, that one's in okay shape. Scooby-Doo cartoon here. I've actually got more Scooby-Doo stuff in the other room, so... But this is actually from the Scooby-Doo show, the Headless Horseman episode. A very good one, by the way. And then Vampires, Bats, and Scaredy Cats. Let me actually show you what's on the tape. It's about an hour, so it's 2 episodes. I remember the title. I don't remember what the episode was, but the Invisible Horseman. The Headless Horseman one was good. That's a great episode. Still holds up. Mask of Zorro. I haven't watched this in a long time. I'm sure it's good, though. My grandmother loved that movie. Here's Batman Returns. It's got stuff on the outside here, wrinkles and stuff. This one, I think that was my favorite back in the day. Batman Forever. This one actually is in decent shape. A little weathering up top and some rippage and stuff. Okay, this is my mother's. Gaslight. Never seen this one. I heard it's a good one. Okay, then a couple more here. Great Outdoors. This is another one we watch every year on vacation. Great movie. I mean, if you watch it, I mean, I've seen it since I was young, so maybe that's why. But if you watch it for the first time today, it probably is not very good. Men in Black. This is very weathered down, rough shape. Stuff ripped off the bottom there. Good movie, though. Really good movie. Rewatched it on Netflix recently. Good movie. Oh, here. Hey, Bogey! Ah! This is the rest of that Casablanca stuff here, including the Oscars and all that. So this is where it's been hiding. Okay, so we still have it. Cool. Cool. I'll hold on to it. Scooby-Doo, the first one. No idea why. I loved that movie so much as a kid, but what can you say? Yeah. Okay. That's enough on that one. E.T. This is from the 2002 re-release. So this is the director's cut or extended cut, whatever. What's it say on here? 20 minutes behind-the-scene footage, including a new introduction by Steven Spielberg. Okay. E.T. was never one of my favorites as a kid. Still isn't. I mean, it's a good movie, obviously. I give it full rating and everything, but... Okay. Now we're talking. Superman the movie. Still my favorite superhero movie of all time. Great one. The tape is actually in good shape, too. Nice. Then we've got... the rest of these, I think, are in this order. We've got Superman 2. I have these on DVD, too, so we have them. Superman 3. Again, the tape covers at least look really good here for being very old tapes. And Superman 4. Rarely used. I will say that as a fact. Rarely used. Even as a kid, I knew that one sucks. Series of Unfortunate Events with Jim Carrey. Haven't seen the new series yet, but I'm sure it's okay. It's a good movie. Very funny. Men in Black 2. I remember I bought this for got this for Christmas as a present. Yep. Not good. Before there was Kingsman 2, there was Men in Black 2. I'll just say that. Leave that there. Okay, Nutty Professor 2. This one actually holds up for me. This is actually a good one. It's on TV every once in a while. The Mask, one of the original releases. As you can see, part of the cover's gone, but that's okay. The tape itself is in good shape. I don't have this on DVD, but I'm sure to get it sometime or another. I don't remember that in the movie. That still, at least, but... this is actually, when I watched this as a kid, this scared the hell out of me. It did. I mean, when he changes into the mask, it's creepy. Okay, let's save, supposedly, the best for last. Titanic. Of course, my parents bought this. I didn't. And it's in Part 1 and Part 2. Winner of 11 Academy Awards. I almost dropped it. And this one, again, is kind of worn out. But, as you can see, let's pull these out here without dropping everything. Doesn't say Titanic on it, except on the sides. Just has this. Oh, this is backwards. There we go. I loved watching, especially this one, because this is actually when the ship sinks and there's no nude Kate Winslet scene in Part 2. So I was able to watch this one. I would always watch part 1 or cassette 1, but then I'd get bored before it got to the nude scenes, so my parents were very thankful for that. Not that it's a good movie otherwise, so it's not like anything else. All right, well, that's gonna about do it here.